How many players standing 6 feet 10 inches can actually pull this off? The shot clock's winding down, 1 second left, step back 3, bucket. For most big men, that's a career highlight. For Franz Wagner, it's just another day at work. At only 23 years old, Wagner is putting up 24 points, nearly 6 rebounds, and almost 5 assists a night. And yet, I don't think NBA fans fully understand how good he really is. This is the same guy who dropped 32 points and 8 assists to lead his team past the Celtics in Game 3 of the playoffs. Or the guy who put up 37 points and 11 assists against the Lakers last season and sealed the win with a cold-blooded dagger. While much of the spotlight falls on teammate Paolo Banchero, Wagner has quietly become one of the best two-way players in the league. Everything he does offensively, the ball handling, the strength, the touch, he can mirror on the defensive end. Just watch him against Cam Thomas, one of the league's shiftiest guards. Wagner uses his lateral speed and length to force a tough, contested shot. Or in transition, chasing down Dennis Schroeder, covering ground, cutting off the drive, and blocking the attempt. That combination of size, mobility, and anticipation is rare. It's no coincidence Orlando had the NBA's second-best defense last season, and it's no coincidence they were significantly better whenever Wagner was on the floor. When injuries sidelined Jonathan Isaac and Jalen Suggs, and when Goga Bitadze was out of the rotation, Wagner was still logging 35 high-intensity defensive minutes every night. Offensively, his game draws shades of Jason Tatum, a big wing who can create, facilitate, and punish mismatches. Watch him go at Kyle Kuzma, drives right, spins back, hesitates just enough to slip the reverse past Brook Lopez. Or set a screen, get Anthony Edwards on his hip, attack Rudy Gobert, and drop in a running hook that's pure finesse. Even against Nikola Jokic, Wagner's pivot work and touch in traffic are remarkable, calmly scoring over one of the league's best bigs. Franz Wagner isn't just good for his size, he's redefining what a 6 feet 10 inches two-way forward can be. And more people need to start paying attention. Watch Franz Wagner throw it high off the top of the backboard and drop it in. For anyone who's played basketball, or even if you haven't, a shot like that is often more impressive than pulling up from 28 feet or hitting a step-back 3. The precision it takes to launch the ball that high, over the contest of a 7-footer, and still have it fall softly through? That's elite skill. The stats back up what the eye test shows. Last season, only 5 players averaged at least 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists per game. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Nikola Jokic, Jason Tatum, Luka Dončić, and Cade Cunningham, all All-NBA caliber players and, in most cases, perennial MVP candidates. Wagner came close to that elite group with 24 points, 5.7 rebounds, and 4.7 assists. That's still rare company, players who are considered untouchable franchise cornerstones. Yet somehow, Franz isn't often talked about in that same category. On top of his offensive production, he's one of the league's best defenders. His impact metrics are even stronger. The Magic are a completely different team when he's on the floor. Since he entered the league, Orlando's record when Wagner plays compared to when he sits is striking. This past season, the Magic went 33-27 with him in the lineup, good enough for a top 6 pace in the East. Without him, they were just 8-14. Like Jason Tatum, Wagner consistently defends at a high level, breaks down defenses, and uses his playmaking gravity to create multiple ways to influence winning. At just 23 years old, his all-around impact is already near superstar level. The one lingering question? His three-point shooting. Over the last 2 seasons, his percentage has dropped to 29%. He can still impact games at a high level without it, but if he can climb back to league average, around 35%, it changes everything. We've seen him do it before. Early in his career, he was a solid shooter with good mechanics, touch, and free throw numbers. If Wagner regains his shot while maintaining everything else he brings, we won't just be talking about a good NBA player, we'll be talking about one of the best in the league. Paired with Paolo Banchero and the Magic's young core, that's a future that should worry the rest of the NBA.